This is the New Zealand yen and I'm involved in a double top, and I'm just going to do the higher time frame analysis. It's quite a small trade this, but what we are doing is we are back up at this level of structure right here. I'm going to put a structure level on, and you can see this is quite a key level. If we look left, it does actually come into this level as well. Let's go and take a look at the 240. And it's pretty much the same things at the 240. We're in that structure level. We have a little bit more structure though here on the 240. If we go to the 60 and we re-look at this, and for the 60 what I'm going to do, this is still valid. I'm actually going to put a structure level on the close of the candles and also the wicks, and that's going to be our price reversal zone. That's where we're going to look for those rotation patterns, where we're going to validate our double top. And we still have test, test, another little test here, and one to the left there. And if we look left, there's that there is that big test. I think it's a little bit further to the left, just here as well. So 3 or 4 tests we've got there, and what I'm going to do is we are oversold here on the first test, overbought, sorry. But if we go down to the 15, which is where the trade is valid for me, then right in our price reversal zone we have our double top. We have the RSI confirmation. We went overbought with divergence. If we bring back on the orders, stops go just an 80 hour above the high. Targets, I'm not too sure where they can come to, so I'm playing for a retest of structure. It does mean that the risk on this trade is just 10 pips, looking for a reward here of 15. Okay, we're back for a little update on this trade. This has been a very painful trade, guys. This was the double top. It came up for a triple test, came up for a 4th test, a 5th test, and right now we're starting to see a reaction. Honestly, God knows what the hell's going to happen here. Excuse my language, but no idea. All I know is that the trade for the double top was valid, and I have to stick to the rules no matter what. Now, if by this stage you sabotaged the trade and exited, well, you shouldn't have done, because this thing could still go on to win. You've got to remember that the entry makes the pattern valid. This double top made it valid. What happens after that is irrelevant. You know, we need to wait for it to hit the stop or the target. The journey in this instance doesn't matter. It was the entry, and we have to stick with it, because if you exited up here for a loss of, say, I don't know, 5 pips, and then it goes on to win, well, you've not only sabotaged a winning trade of 15 pips, but you've also taken a 5 pip loss plus your spread. So it's very important that we first of all make sure the pattern is valid and then stick to it. Let's see what happens here. And we are back for the final update on this trade. And guys, this is what makes trading very, very difficult. Sometimes we just do not get the directional move down to target. Sometimes we have the journey that takes a long time, and just look at the number of tests within our price reversal zone within this highlighted area here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, torture. This is torture. Now imagine this trade was not on the 15-minute but was on the 240. Imagine being in this for a week or 2 weeks. And this is what gets people with trading. Being in quick trades that quickly win or quickly lose is great for your mentality, because it doesn't let your mind tick over when you go to sleep. It doesn't keep your mind racing, but trades like this do. You have to hold them overnight. You have to hold them for days. You're in profit, you're in arrears, it's up, it's down. What the heck is going on? It's going to drive you insane. But we have to stick to the plan, because the entry was valid, and regardless of what happens afterwards, we have to wait for the stop to be hit or the target to be hit. Now, if you exited this trade because it was taking too long, you have sabotaged your trade. okay, and that is not going to make you any of those pips. So we came down, we hit the projected targets, we came a little bit lower and turned. So we was right with the entry, we were right with the stops, we were right with the target. And this comes down to having the ability to read price action. So overall this was a good trade. Obviously it was only 15 pips. It was painful though, guys, but well done if you stuck through it.